Good afternoon and welcome to the very first A Mind for Sales live stream here on social media. We're on multiple channels. We're on YouTube. And why are we doing this? It's because we're celebrating this week, this month, the 1-year anniversary of the release of the book, A Mind for Sales. It was 1 year ago, just as the pandemic was getting underway, that, we launched the book. You know, people were sitting there saying, don't launch the book because it's in the middle of the pandemic. Wait. Could you imagine if we'd waited till the pandemic was over? We still would not have released it. You see, I feel that I've got a mind for sales. And that's really what it's all about, is because I want to be able to help others see and achieve what they didn't think was possible. In this, the first of 4 sessions, what I'm going to be covering is, in this session, do you have a mind for sales? Next week, same time, I'll be covering, time. How do you manage and make the most of your time? In the next session, I'm going to be talking about, is it really social selling? Yeah, I'm going to be slaying some myths in that one. I'm going to be talking very blunt about it. And in the 4th session, I'm going to be talking about, what does it take to be one of the 1%ers, the top 1%ers of being able to make it happen? If you're joining us live, like I said, this is the first time we've been streaming live. So go ahead and jump in with comments and I'll try to put them up on the screen here if you have something there. But what I'm doing here this month, every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Time, is to share with you some insights. But it's really kind of more than that. I want to really invite you to join the A Mind for Sales program and what I call the Sales Hunter University. And what we've done is we put together a masterclass around the book, A Mind for Sales. It's it's a workbook, it's a series of videos and so forth. And you can go to A Mind for Sales. If you go up to the top, you'll see University, click on it. You'll see the whole litany of courses we have out there. And you scroll down a little bit and you'll see A Mind for Sales. Subscribe to that. If you're really interested, get the all access pass. Now, what's all access? Well, just as you imagine, it's all access. It gets you into everything. And every month we put out a new masterclass and you get it. You get it all right there. So what are we talking about right now today? It's, do you have a mind for sales? Now, first of all, let's stop and let's think about this for a moment. Yes, I've got some notes here because I want to share with you, I think, some critical insights on this. You see, you really have to ask yourself, is sales a job? I was asked this morning. I was out to breakfast with a friend and we were talking about this very subject. Is sales a job? I don't think it is. I don't even think it's a profession. I think sales is a lifestyle. Ooh, that's creepy. That's creepy. And I know what you're saying. You're sitting there saying, well, hold on. Mark, you're known as the sales hunter. So you were a born salesperson. Liar, pants on fire. That is not the case. Not the case at all. If you read the book, A Mind for Sales, you'll glean in the first couple chapters that my start in sales was not planned by any means. And it did not go well because I was viewing sales as a job. You see, when you view sales as a lifestyle, and what do I mean by a lifestyle? It's a lifestyle because you're committed to helping people. It's a lifestyle because you know what sales is all about. It's not jamming things down people's throat. That's a myth. That's a myth. Sales is about helping people. Sales is a very noble profession. Unfortunately, the movies and stereotypes and unfortunately some bad apples out there have made it feel the other way. But it's not. It's not at all. Sales is absolutely, because I look at sales as you're being your customer's research and development department. That's what you are. That's what sales is, because sales is about helping others see and achieve what they didn't think was possible. So let's unpack this a little bit. Let me share with you. And I'm going to talk here for just about 15, 20 minutes. And every Monday, or every Wednesday at 1 o'clock, I'm going to be sharing with you additional insights. And if you miss it, you can jump out to my YouTube channel, Mark Hunter, and you'll see the entire playlist there. You see, what I really want to do is I want to be able to share. And we're going to try to get some comments out there. Yes, we do have some listeners. Hello, Bart. Great. It is about serving others. Yes, it is. Now, here's a couple things that I want you to keep in mind. What sales is not. Sales is not a solo activity. Sales is not a solo activity. Sales is a team sport. Now, why do you sit there and say that? Do you share your commissions with everybody? No, you don't share your commissions with everybody. But what you do is this. It is about helping others. So you know what? Your customers are on your team because you're helping others. You have other salespeople, other peers who are on your team. And this is one of the big things I talk about. See, I say that sales is a community. It's a community of people helping people. And when you do that, it is amazing at what happens. It's amazing. And this is so powerful. This is so key. Because when we do that, it changes our percent, and it changes our view from trying to take and win everything to really being one of helping the customer win. You see, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, now you have to realize that sales is not about what you sell. Whoa, hold. What did he just say? Wind back the video. Sales is not what you sell. It's not what you sell. You see, I see too many salespeople. What they do is they say, well, I could sell better if I really understood my product, but I don't understand my product. And I go, hold it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do understand your product. Yes, you do. You see, sales is not about what you sell. And it's not even how you sell. It's why you sell. To kind of quote Simon Sinek. Now, Simon Sinek wrote the book Why. I'm not going to take anything away from him. But why do we sell? It's to help customers achieve an outcome. And when we help others, when we help our customers achieve an outcome, it is amazing what happens. Stop and think about that for a moment. It's helping our customers achieve an outcome. And many, many times it's an outcome they didn't think was possible. And yet you're able to help them. Hey, thank you so much for everybody who is jumping in here. Like I said, this is the first time we've done StreamYard Live. I do Sales Logic podcast live with my co-host, Meredith Elliott Powell, every Saturday morning. That's a shameless plug. Every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. Join us. But this is the first time I've done solo around a mind for sales. So, hey, thank you, everyone, for joining in. You're part of my community. You're part of my sales team. And to that, I'm very appreciative. Now, when I say sales is not about what we sell, and it's not about why we sell or how we sell, it's why we sell. This is the crux of sales. You see, I believe my goal in life is to be able to influence and impact people. And that's what your goal is. Stop and think about it. Your goal is to influence and impact people. You say, well, Mark, I'm in sales for the money. Well, I get it. I am too. Money is the scorecard. Money is the scorecard, but it's the influence and impact that you make. That's what creates sustainability in sales. Now, what I find is that if you really aren't embracing sales and you really aren't embracing why you're in sales, it's amazing how you become stuck. And this is why, and I'm going to break down each of the key components of the sales process. I'm going to talk about prospecting. I'm going to talk about negotiating. I'm going to talk about closing. And I want you to stop and ask yourself this question. Why do people not prospect more? One of the questions I get asked all the time is, Mark, I'm not closing enough deals. I'm not closing enough deals. Help me close more deals. And the first question I come back and I ask people, I say, well, fine, I'll help you. But answer this question for you. How much time are you spending prospecting? You see, you can't close what you don't prospect. And closing is, that's a term I'm not crazy about. Well, I'll come to that later when I get to that part. But think about this for a moment. If I don't prospect, I'm not going to have anything to close. It's like the farmer. It's like the farmer expecting to go into the field at harvest time and not having any crops to harvest. Well, they don't have any crops to harvest because very simply they never chose to plant. You can't harvest what you don't plant. So you have to spend time prospecting. But this is where they'll go, well, hold it. I'm scared. I send out a lot of emails. I do a lot of marketing. I do a lot of this. I do a lot of that. And I go, hold it. What's prospecting? Prospecting is about having a conversation. Prospecting is having a conversation. See, too many people don't prospect because what they do is they set their expectations so high. They expect that if they make 3 phone calls, they're going to make 3 sales. Wrong again. That's not going to happen. You see, you may have woken up this morning thinking about your prospects, but they didn't wake up this morning thinking about you. They weren't thinking about you at all. No, they got a lot of other things in their mind. You see, what we have to realize is what prospecting is all about. Prospecting is about helping others see and achieve what they didn't think was possible. I love that line. I use it a lot. But this is what prospecting is all about. It's about helping people who you know you can help. That's what prospecting is. It's helping people who you know you can help. You see, the old days of just grabbing the phone book, the white pages. Some of you are saying, what are the white pages? Google it. And whoa, hold on. It's not about just randomly calling people. You see, it's about knowing who to call. And when you know who your target market is, when you know who your target audience is, when you know who your perfect prospect is. In the book, A Mind for Sales, I talk about ICP, Ideal Customer Profile. And when you know that, then you know what? You know that you can help them. You know that you can help them. And when you know that you can help them, it is amazing at how you can help them. You see, here's what I believe. If I know I can help someone, it is my obligation to reach out to them. Yeah, think about that for a moment. If I know I can help someone, it's my obligation to reach out to them. So if I know that you fit into my perfect profile, I have an obligation to reach out to you. Now, I know you're not expecting my phone call. I know you're not expecting to hear from me. I get that. But I'm going to I'm going to create a relationship with you. I'm going to have a conversation with you that's going to create that connection. Here's kind of a little bit of a cold way to kind of put this into perspective. If you were to step outside your front door and you saw a house across the street on fire, and we'll say those people just moved in. We'll say they just moved in a few weeks ago. You don't know who they are. And you saw their house was on fire. Would you, you know what? I don't know them. Let me go ahead and reach out to them on Facebook, or let me send them an Instagram message. Let me see if I might connect them through some. No, you would run over their house and you would help make sure they're out of the house because you know you could help them. Now you may not know how to put out a fire. I get that. You don't know how to put out a fire because you're not trained as a fire person. I get that, but you're helping them achieve their outcome, escape from their house safely. You see what this is about? Prospecting is about helping people achieve their outcome. When people say, I can't prospect because I don't know enough about my product, that is a big, giant cop-out. That's a big, giant excuse. You do know enough about your product. All you need to know is enough to have a conversation. And that's really is nothing. Have a conversation. Now, if the customer challenges you on things and so forth, that's fine. That's great. You know what that does? It allows you to say, hey, you know what? I don't know, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to get back to you. And you know what I found in this era that we're in? That helps you to be seen as authentic. That helps you to be seen as authentic. And when you're authentic and transparent, it is amazing how people will suddenly begin to connect with you. Because the era of fakeness is over. People don't like fakeness. Now, this whole pandemic thing has really blown that myth out of the water completely. You see, it's kind of interesting. When I talk about a mind for sales and do you have a mind for sales, I continuously kind of go back to the two previous books I wrote. The first book I wrote was High Profit Selling. I wrote the book High Profit Selling. It was about how to maximize price. Okay, get that. Yeah. And I thought I'd write this book and everything would be great. The world would be at peace because people would get the price that they thought they could get. Well, I was getting all kinds of emails and notes and calls and phone calls and requests saying, hey, but I don't know who I should be selling to. Well, that's what led me to write High Profit Prospecting. You see, high profit prospecting is really a deep dive into that ideal customer profile and really understanding how to prospect. So I thought, okay, that's great. I'm done. My mission is done. I've accomplished everything. I move on. But then people came to me and said, hold it. I don't have the right headset. I don't have the right mindset. That's what caused me to write the book, A Mind for Sales. Really what I was doing was the whole Star Wars prequel thing. Yeah. You know, the Star Wars movie, how they kind of go doing the prequel. Yeah, probably this is the first book you should read. Yeah. Now, stop and ask yourself this question. prospecting is not as much of a science as it is an art, because your head's got to be in the right place. And that's what I talk about in the book. That's what I talk about. When you make a call, it's not about trying to close the sale. It's about just creating the next step. That's it. You see, the most successful prospectors are the ones who set the right expectations. They know that 95% of the calls they make are not going to go anywhere. They realize that because, again, they're interrupting people. They get that. I get that. I get that all the time. But they do know that once in a while, they do get the call that goes right, or they have an email that goes right, or they have something that goes right. But they also know that it requires using every tool in the toolbox. Could you imagine if you had some real water damage to your house? You had some real water damage to your house. And unfortunately, the water damage you had in your house was severe, and you called a company and they showed up with a screwdriver. Would you hire them? No, there's no way you would hire them. There's no way you would hire them. No, you know that's going to require a myriad of tools. You want them to show up with a big truck with every tool. See, that's what prospecting is all about. And I love this comment about prospecting is a lot like working out. You see, prospecting is something best done daily. Zig Ziglar used to make the comment that, showering is best done daily. Same thing with prospecting. You see, I view prospecting as a muscle. And the muscle needs to be worked out regularly, because if it's not worked out regularly, it's amazing at how it becomes flabby. See, many people, what happens is they can't prospect because they haven't prospected for a while. See, they've been just waiting on manna from heaven, just falling down with them to give them business. It's about the outbound call. Yeah. Let me kind of move on here. And I want to talk about the second piece, the second critical piece in sales, and that's negotiation. Oh, so many salespeople struggle. The customer says, lower your price. Okay. And I go, whoa, big mistake. You see, here's the difference between those who negotiate and those who don't. Those who don't are focused on selling first and negotiating second. Excuse me, what did he say? Yeah, sell first and negotiate second. You see, sell first is where we have the conversation. Sell first is where we gather all the information. Sell first is where we learn everything. Sell first is the deposition preceding the court trial. And the better the depositions that the attorneys take, the smoother the trial goes. If I don't depose the witnesses well, the trial normally doesn't go well. It's all about. So what I want to do is I want to be able to sell first, because when I sell first, what happens is I'm able to understand what is the critical need that you're looking for. Example I love to share is I had a company that I was looking to do some work with, and we did some background work on them and really found out from them the reason they wanted to bring me in, because they had a major competitor that was coming into the marketplace, major competitor that was going to potentially take a significant amount of business. And they wanted to bring me in to help train the sales force to get them prepared for that. CEO was not happy with my fee. CEO called me on the phone. He wanted me to discount my fee. And I said, no, I won't. The only thing I'll discount is the value that you get. I mean, I can change the value you get. By the way, how much business do you expect to lose next year because of this new competitor? There was this pause on the phone. He responded, that was great. You're hired. You see, he knew what his problem was. I knew what his problem was. When you know what the problem is, it's amazing how the customer will understand. Never try to close a deal without first understanding what the need is that the customer has. And I'm not going to get to that point unless I've created a level of trust with the customer. This is why I talk about what I call the 3 C's. The 3 C's. It's continuity, it's competence, and confidence. Continuity is they have to see me enough. I may have to make 5, 10, 15, 20 calls to you. Competence is the questions I'm asking, the dialogue I'm having, and along the way, you're really beginning to understand that, hey, this person might be able to help me. What does that do? That creates a level of confidence. You see, only after I'm able to create that level of confidence are you then able to really put the price and the offer out on the table. You see, this is so key on this. I can't zero in on this enough. Now, in the interest of time, let's talk about closing. And this is a word I want to throw out. I want to throw this out of the sales dictionary. Can we just throw this out? Closing. I'm not ending a relationship. I'm beginning a relationship. You see, I don't want to close a sale. I want to open a relationship. When I open a relationship, that's when things begin to happen. That's when stuff really begins to move. And here's a measurement that I have of sales and of really securing deals. Is it leading to the next deal? Is it leading to the next sale? You see, what I want to do with every customer I meet, I want to have the attitude, the approach of land and expand. Land and expand. You see, what it is I'm able to help you with this piece, but then in our subsequent relationship and we begin a dialogue, I begin to understand more needs. I begin to understand more things that I can help you with, and I expand. And the more you become comfortable with me, the more likely you are to share me with other people. Absolutely terrific. Absolutely terrific. Yeah. Yeah. See, these are all some of the things that we talk about in the Sales Hunter University. And right now, like I said, we've got a Mind for Sales masterclass. So if you hit that link there, a Mind for Sales, go up to the top, you're going to see University. Click on that, and you're going to see all of the courses we have. And you're going to see one of them is a Mind for Sales masterclass. Grab that, because I do a deep dive in all of this. But I really want you to grab the All Access Pass, because when you grab the All Access Pass, you get it all. Yeah, it is truly all access. We do one-on-one time. We do open office hours. We do coaching. And plus you get everything I come out with. Every month I come out with a new masterclass. So that's out there if you just click on the university up there on them. But anyway, let's get back to this. You see, closing is not at all a difficult task if we've done our homework right. This is what the number one part left out of any sales call is the close, because salespeople are afraid of hearing no. And I argue this: if I've done my homework, the no, it becomes very easy. And oh, by the way, if I hear a no, it's okay. No is only a moment in time. I can't tell you the number of times that I've heard a no from somebody, and yeah, I'm not happy with it, but I wait a few weeks, I don't wait a few weeks. I put in place another strategy, and they come back around and they buy from me. See, do not view no as permanent. No is only a moment in time. You see, what am I talking about here today? It's about how do you have a mind for sales? And when you change your mind, your mindset, it's amazing how you change what happens. You see, I want to call out right now who's on your sales team. Who's on your sales team? And this comes back to a comment I made way back at the beginning. Sales is not a solo activity. Sales is a team sport. Think about that. Who's on your sales team? Who are the other peers? Who are the other experts? Earlier in this session, I talked about Sales Logic Podcast. It's a podcast that I co-host every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central Time with Meredith Elliott Powell. She's on my sales team. I'm on her sales team. We also are part of a larger mastermind group that we collaborate. We work together. You see, every salesperson needs other great people to hang out with. Why? Because it's an emotional experience. Sales is emotional. And here's what's interesting. Some of you say, well, I can't find anybody. Hold it just a moment. Then maybe you have the wrong attitude. You see, maybe what you're viewing sales as if customers and everybody else is a bowling pin, and your objective is to knock them down, rather than really viewing it as a team to help lift everybody up. See, I want you to ask yourself, Are you part of a sales team? Who's on your sales team? And again, this is one of the reasons why I've created the Sales Hunter University and all the communication, all the dialogue that we have. Because why? It's about helping to lift each person up. You see, I don't view sales as a science. Sure, there's a science in terms of tools that we all have. Yeah, we love tools, SaaS, different products and so forth. But it's an art. And every day I'm painting a picture. Every day I'm painting a picture. And what's very interesting is I'm painting two pictures. I'm painting today's picture and I'm painting the much bigger picture. And today's picture becomes part of the bigger picture. And again, that's what jazzes me. That's absolutely what jazzes me about sales. That's why I sit here and say that sales is really a lifestyle. Now, stop and ask yourself this question. Look around and you see salespeople who are absolutely crushing it. And not just crushing it one quarter, but crushing it year in, year out, year in, year out. One of the key things is that it's because they have a great attitude. They have an absolute great attitude. Unbelievable attitude. Yeah. Because it's amazing. When you have a great attitude, it's amazing how your perception, how your mindset, how your view, everything changes. And it's one of the reasons why, wow, the mindset you have going into a sales call is going to determine the outcome you get coming out. It is absolutely without a doubt. I wake up every morning expecting to find opportunities. Because again, my goal is to influence and impact people. That's what it's all about. You see, I want to encourage you to read the book if you haven't read the book of Mind for Sales. I can't stress it enough. This has been just an incredible journey we've been on. Every day as I hear from people, every day I hear from somebody who has read the book and how the book has changed their life. Yeah, it's just incredible. And I say thank you. It's why so many people are joining our online program, whether it be whether it be an individual masterclass or the whole access. And again, jump out to a Mind for Sales. Now, next week, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be doing a much deeper dive into how do you manage your time? Because I'll say you don't have a time management problem, you have a priority. And I'm going to share with you some of the insights from the book. Week 3, I'm going to be talking about, is it really social selling? Ooh. And the 4th one, I'm going to be talking about, hey, what does it take to be part of the top 1%? I can't stress enough how I want you to not only be checking out each of them. Hey, follow me on LinkedIn, follow me on Facebook, YouTube, all that sort of stuff, but connect with me. Pop me an email, call me, let's talk. Because sales is absolutely the greatest. I love it. I love it. Yes, I'm known as the sales hunter. Yes, I get it. And you know what? I am more in love with sales today than I was when I first got into it years and years and years ago. Yes. Hey, my name's Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. I wanted to hold this to no more than 30 minutes. Hopefully we've done that. Hey, check out the link, A Mind for Sales, and check out the university courses. Would you do that? Great.